Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to it. We are now in the game 5 of the best of 5 between Team Secret and Team Suomi for the TeTe Invitational 3v3 tournament for Age of Empires Definitive Edition. This map is called something. It's not here. Which is cool map. What's the map? Oh, it's Shelter. This is the map called Shelter. Basically, there's just one giant clump of trees in the center of the map, and that's really the only major clump of trees. There's a lot of fishing on the outside of the map, so as you can see, some smaller clumps of trees here and there, and then plenty of golden stone and food for all these players to kind of get their hands on early game. So, same teams as usual, no substitutions. Ooh, there's actually a substitution. On Team Suomi side, you have Valise as the Mongols. In the pocket, you have Max again as the Franks, and then Rubenstock as the Aztecs. On Team Secret, you have the Viper as Chinese, Doubt the pocket player. So they substituted out Tato for Doubt, and then Slam as the Aztecs players. So on the flanks, Mongols is you're looking to go into cavalry pretty early on. Aztecs, I know they really like their monks, but they'll probably be looking to go into Eagle Warriors eventually, maybe archers early on as well. So that's the same thing as the Aztecs from Rubenstock. Chinese, like we saw last game with Valise, the Viper is going to be looking to go into archers later on in the game. And then both the pocket picks are a mirrored matchup of the Franks. They are a heavy cavalry civilization. So they're looking to get to Castle Age and get knights and cavaliers and paladins and all that stuff going later in the game. But for right now, you can see players are bringing in their boars, which will attack villagers once you attack it. Weaken it with the town center fire. Have your villagers pop out, finish it off, and then boom, another 350 food right there at your doorstep. Pulling in their boars. Rubenstock's already got his in. Valise just pulled his in. Valise is on gold already. What that tells me is he is looking to do something funky. So Slam is pushing in this deer. So deer, or ibex, they will run away from units. So if you push them in with your scout, or in this case the Mesopotamian civilizations start with Eagle Scouts, you push them in, they will run away from that unit that you just keep moving it every once in a while. Bring it into your town center, your villagers fire 2 shots at it and it'll go down, and that's another 140 food there for the ibex. You see Doubt did that as well. He's looking to come out here, grab a second one. They're all running away from him. Looks like that's the one he settled on to start pushing in first. Max pushed some in. It looks like every player pushed in some ibexies to start off the game here. Alright. I don't see any players going out to the pawns. There are certain benefits to going out. Such as, it's 200 food that you just put a mill down and then a couple villagers and they'll collect all that stuff. There are certain civilizations that have bonuses for collecting from pawns. Indians is the most notable ones. They they collect from pawns super quickly compared to other civilizations. And excuse me again. Sorry, I'm drinking a cola, so it's a little burpy. Anyways, the downside is that your food economy is so far out in the open that, let's say, someone comes out, they can pull their scout out there and start attacking you and stuff like that. Alright, Rubenstock's getting his barracks down. Let's look at his resources. He's not really too close to clicking it up. I think he just wants to start maybe getting some militia going. Yeah, he pulled in that 50 gold earlier. He's looking to go for some kind of Drush, which stands for Dark Age Rush, so you can create these simple militia. Don't have that much attack or defense or HP, but they can still damage some villagers. And I'm not sure if the Viper scouted it, or pro players have played against each other so many times that they kind of know what to expect from each other. That he also gets his barracks down. He won't have the same amount. Generally, you see 3 militia go out, maybe 4. And then they kind of go from there. Alright guys, the Max and Doubt, the pocket players from both teams that clicked up their feudal age, they're going to get there first, with Doubt being there the first. You can see that Rubenstock, the Viper clicked up as well to feudal age. So when he gets to feudal age, his militia that he makes, or he's going to be making, are going to be up there. They're going to be able to be upgraded to men-at-arms, which is upgraded militia, where they have, you know, better swords and stuff. Over here you can see Veliz went for the same idea, a Drush. Slam responded with a couple militia of his own, plus his scout. And Slam has also clicked up to feudal age. He's going to get there pretty quickly. So Veliz and who's player one? Rubenstock, still yet to click up. Alright, Veliz just clicked up Rubenstock, still not clicked up to feudal age yet. Still not fighting over here. You can see that Viper was able to quick wall in his villagers on the gold there, so those militia weren't able to break in and start attacking that. Looks like the battle's going down here. Slam was able to quick wall in. They're taking a fight here. The Max's scout is kind of getting in the way of his units. And it looks like Rubenstock's going to try to break down that wall and get those that militia in there and try and get in there and disrupt the economy. You can see that Doubt is starting to wall in his base. Same thing with the Max is starting to wall in his base. Rubenstock's fully walled. Veliz is fully walled. Slam still has this gap here. Unfortunately, he was able to deter the militia by creating a couple more of his own. The numbers really matter in these early stages. So that is good on him for being able to do that. Keep swinging your clubs, guys. That wall will go down eventually. And you can see, like I said, these pocket players, Doubt and Max, will like to go to stables and start getting scouts out because they're faster. They can go around the map, and you know, if you're not walled by this point, you know, they could sneak a couple scouts in, and they can disrupt the economy pretty easily. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen for Rubenstock in Viper's base. So Rubenstock's gonna push past, maybe look to go to Doubt's. Start pressuring that way. Viper, since he's up into feudal age, he's going to be able to start creating archers. Archers will actually do very well against militia and men-at-arms. You can see Slam starting to pull back his army. It looks like Veliz tried to match it, get some more numbers of his own, and they're just walking right past each other. They don't care. Veliz is fully walled. He's now adding double layered walls with his archer ranges there as Mongols. It looks like Doubt's scouts were found out by the Vipers, or the Max's scouts were found out by the Vipers. And starting to chase them out that way. Sorry, I dropped my phone. You can see that Rubenstock's militia are still kind of just floating around that area. They might be looking to come back, try and find these archers, early archers from Viper. You can see double walls came in since Rubenstock knew that Viper was going for archers. Veliz taking some fights against the Doubt scouts up here on this northwest side of the map. Oh, there's a gap in the wall there. The Viper scouted it, and the Rubenstock immediately reacts. He sends villagers that way. He's going to plug that hole. That is really lucky that it was only one scout from Viper that was able to find that hole. Because Viper got his archers in there or something. You know, he's already sending those guys around. He knows, oh, that's a weak point. There is only, you know, a one-tile wall that can easily be plugged. Kind of thing like that. Veliz sent his units over here. He's trying to pick off some of these early spawns, or early created scouts from Doubt. Try and get some damage on them, make them not as useful. Looks like Rubenstock still pressuring inside of Viper's base. Viper is starting to try and pressure Rubenstock's base. And man, Rubenstock's just trying to double wall it and try and stay safe there. Max is still pumping out a couple knights, sending them around Slam's base to try and get up here and get at Doubt. Looks like they're really trying to focus down Doubt here. Maybe try and get a hole going in these gates or something like that. Put a lot of pressure on his economy. Doubt should be able to defend though. You can see Slam sending over a couple men-at-arms. Man, Rubenstock is still pressuring with these militia and eagles, just buying time for him to kind of, you know, so that way Viper doesn't come in over here and he can kind of get up his army. You can see him. If we click on Rubenstock, we can see he is, you know, has a couple archers already made and is making a couple more to try and counter the ones that are already at its base. Up here, ooh, a lot of death there. I can't tell if that's Viper or I can't tell if that's the Max. I'm assuming it's Doubt, since Doubt has not a lot of scouts left alive at this point. Looks like they took a bad fight there with Slam's militia as well, because I don't see those anymore. And it looks like, yeah, those health bars look pretty low for Louise's militia. It looks like they were the ones that won that fight, and now they're pressuring down that stable, trying to knock that down. So it looks like Rubenstock's archers came out. I'm not sure if they were able to kill. I don't think they did. It looks like Viper drew his archers back, and Rubenstock's able to get up to Castle Age now. So Rubenstock's in Castle Age. Doubt's going up, and then the Max, so the pocket player's going up as well. Viper's going up to Castle Age now, so it's just Vlies and Slam lagging behind again. Same thing in the last game. You can see Slam's already got some archer numbers going. Vlies has got some archer numbers going. And they're looking to keep their economies going, to transition to some of these later game units. You can see Doubt starting to build a second stable. That one is probably going to go down. He does not have the economy to really counter that now. I mean, he's got one pike, one spearman out. You know, he's trying to create a scout cavalry from there real quick. Vlies is bringing his archer numbers around to pressure this. This actually could leave him open, but he still has a decent number still at home. So these archers are going to make up a huge difference for you know, the Max and stuff like that, Max and crew. It looks like some fights are going out here now. Rubenstock's got crossbows, but he's outnumbered 2-1. It looks like with the Viper's archers. He's trying to split, try and micro down, try and dodge those arrows coming in from the Viper. And just because of that numbers advantage, he is cleaning up. Wow, that was a bad engagement. He just lost, you know, 6-7 crossbowmen right there. Not a good sign early on in Castle Age, as now we can see Viper's getting close to reaching Castle Age. Max is Doubt's about to hit it as well. Slam clicked up. Once again, Vlies the last one to lag behind, it looks like. So Doubt's stable did get destroyed, and it looks like he is getting his second one up right now. He started to create knights right away. So Slam's coming over to help with his archers, try and pick off and try and take this fight. Slam's about to go up to Castle Age 2. You see Viper's getting crossbow, bodkin, arrow. Slam, you expect him to get crossbow, bodkin, arrow right there as well. And Vlies is still putting more into archers. What is Vlies' economy looking like right now? So Vlies, oh, he's nowhere near to clicking up. Wow, okay, he needs to start getting on that, man. He needs to straighten out his economy and, you know, not put so much into military right now. Let the Max put a lot more into cavalry and kind of cover for him while he catches up. Numbers are still in Viper's favor. He's down about 4 crossmen, got a couple more spawning. Max is over here with a couple knights to look for him to help support. And at the same time, Doubt's sending some of his knights over there. Doubt's expanding TCs to try and secure that northern side of his base again. Max, still no other TCs out. No one else has any secondary TCs. Viper's going up to 3 TCs right away. Rubenstock, none extra. Max, none extra. Vlies clicked up about halfway up to Castle Age now. Slam still none extra. Probably look for him to put one on top of that hill by that gold, or maybe one up there. Maybe one by these stones to just try and secure some of the area around his base, because there's a lot of close resources that if they aren't secured properly, then you might lose them. So that does count as that hill bonus like I was talking about in the last game, where units on top get a +1 attack. And Doubt's coming in with more knights. Max has more knights here. Ugh. This is going to be a close fight if they take it. And the Max, or the Viper's just picking off a lot of Rubenstock's archer numbers, or crossbow numbers at this point. Vlies clicks up, so he's finally up. He's putting down his second town center. And it looks like Slam's coming over with crossbows on that side to start pressuring him. Vlies should be able to hold as long as he gets his crossbow upgrade in fast enough. A couple more knights are joining this side of the map here for these guys. Oh, Vlies, don't send your archer numbers out now. He might be looking to try and get some information as to what Slam's doing. Meanwhile, Doubt and Viper are starting to head back towards Rubenstock's base, where he has a siege workshop up. He can defend if he creates a couple mangonels, could wipe out Viper's army. And now he's really starting to face the pressure, and you know, Max and him need to start getting on that double team. Meanwhile, Vlies got his crossbow upgraded. He's going to start trying to pressure Slam again on that left side of the map. Max is getting his other town centers out now. Max got his mangonel out. Look for a big shot here. If you can get a big shot off. Oh, he just hit Doubt's Knights for a couple damage. I'm sorry, I'm still colorblind, so I thought that was his own Friendly's Knights. And he's picking off a lot of HP from those crossmen. Those are some good shots. Unfortunately, not a lot of them died there, but that is still good to weaken those numbers so when Knights or other crossbows come in, it's a little bit of an easier cleanup kind of thing. However, the Knight numbers from Dowd are not weak. There's still nine full Knights there. Looks like a good engagement from Valise. Picked off a couple crossbow there. The numbers 26 and 21, so Valise has the advantage. He's get a couple good engages, get the first couple rounds of shots off, and he'll be able to hold there on that side unsupported. It's like a clean 1v1 over here between Valise and Slam, and on the other side of the map, it's a messy 2v2 from Doubt, Viper, Rubenstock, and Max. And I say messy just because, you know, Rubenstock took a couple bad engages there early on. Viper wasn't able to clear out the men-at-arms. Good split from Viper, dodging that Mag and Elf shot. Valise is trying to hold on to that hill. Look for him to maybe build a town center up there and try and get some more economy going. Hold on to that gold, that hill. You can see Doubt's scout is trying to pick off these villagers on the gold. It's going to be really annoying for him to deal with without any help. And they just keep passing each other. Looks like Rubenstock's going to go up and get ballistics now. So that's going to be good. That's going to help them out in that 2v2 over here. And Viper just has so many crossmen over here. He's bringing more in too. Speaking of, let's check on Viper's economy. I don't think he's going up anytime soon. He's only up at, I mean, he's got 3 town centers up. He's trying to collect stone, probably looking to go up, get a castle somewhere, get some Chokunu going from the Chinese. Valise got a siege workshop up just to help him get another Maganel out and start pressuring down a Slam a bit more. Which, I don't say this to, like, you know, as a rude comment, just like factually. Out of all of the secret players, so Viper, Doubt, and Slam in this game, Slam is the weakest by rating and stuff like that. He's the newest member on the team. As far as Team Suomi, so Max, Rubenstock, and Valise, all of them are about the same. You know, they can hold their own in big tournaments, especially the Max. But for the most part, you don't see them winning 1v1s individually against a lot of these guys, except for Slam maybe. So it's probably a good thing. You know, by no means do I watch professional AOE 2, do I play at the professional level. Just from my honest observer opinion, I think Valise, in this tournament at least, has been a weak link for Team Suomi in their losses. And I think it's a good matchup for him to just kind of 1v1 Slam, because I think Valise actually has a good chance of winning that. As far as the 2v2 is concerned, man, it could go either way. It was good that they got that siege unit out, that Maganel, but now the Viper is getting a siege unit out, or, you know, he can threaten it by building that workshop. Viper's dropping a castle right there just to help secure that stone and gold by his base. Probably a good move. He's getting some extra archer ranges out. Meanwhile, Rubenstock, I believe Rubenstock's still on 1 TC. So just like looking at the villager numbers here, Rubenstock's on at 63 villagers. You know, the max is at 99. Wow. Wow. Almost 100 villagers. That guy has boomed hard. He's up, you know, 4 stables, 3 stables, trying to get monks out to kind of collect those relics and get more gold income coming in. Looking over here though, it looks like Valise is actually starting to take some good fights over here, won some 1v1 trades it looks like, because a lot of Slam's units are wounded, a couple of them are dead from what it looks like. Slam's starting to pressure that town center of... I'm sorry, Valise is starting to pressure that town center. Slam does have some units stocked up there in the archer range. For the most part, he's creating more crossmen, but if he loses both those archer ranges, he might be out. He's a couple more up there, so he'll actually win in production if Valise doesn't expand and get some more archers going. He's actually pulling out this way. He might be looking to get... Ooh! Valise with the castle drop out there. Not really castle dropping, but just securing an important hill. He'll probably build a couple of archer ranges behind that and kind of keep production going on that side just to help with this kind of push on Slam. Especially because both of them are kind of unsupported. You can see Doubts and the Max is trying to float just some basic cavalry around, trying to scout some stuff off. You can see Viper starting to wall off this wall here. You know, Valise kind of did the same thing on this side of the map. They're each trying to secure their half of the map as it stands, so that way they can start trading and securing trade lines and stuff like that, and so that way they can bolster their economies. Viper with 52 crossmen over there. 47 for Rubenstock, 25 Knights for the Max though. And you can see that Rubenstock is looking to start building out some extra town centers. Good dodges from both. Unfortunately, that's a good trade, 1 for 1, not bad. He should make a couple more of those to just, you know, try and help weed out these crossbow numbers. And the Max was over here. It looks like he was trying to build a town center or something. No, he's actually castle dropping that hill, like where I wanted there to be a town center from. Max and Rubenstock are up to the Imperial Age. A couple other people have clicked up already, and they're already there. Man, I should pay attention to that more. I don't know what happened to Valise's army. Oh my goodness. Like I said, Doubt was kind of floating around. I guess Doubt finally sent units over, and they just cleaned up Valise's crossbows and all that stuff. Valise, oh, they attacked Valise when he was trying to build that castle. Oh, shoot. Over here, this fight rages on. Arbalest comes in for Viper, still not for Rubenstock, so this is going to be a bad fight. He's going to be taking a lot of losses. Max is still not trying to engage as of yet, because if he engages, he's going to soak up a lot of shots. He does have the cavalry numbers right now. This castle's still not gone up yet. With that hill advantage, they're able to hold off these Arbalests for right now, but a lot of these these archery ranges are starting to get pressured. On the left side, you can see Slam starting to push in now with Doubt's help on that left side, starting to pressure the castle. This building goes down, so now Viper and Doubt have full access to Rubenstock's base. He needs to get some units in there and start defending that. You can see Viper starting to put up trebuchets on that right side, is starting to pressure down some of these production buildings. Still over here, Slam and Doubt are starting to push in. They have a hole now. They're going to send some units in, start pressuring Valise's economy. And, oh man, this seems rough for Suomi, it looks like. These cavalry are in here. They're pressuring down villagers. You know, there's so much idle time. You know, that's farmers that aren't farming. That's not enough food income to really support fighting anymore. And that's just what the power of, you know, a couple cavalry in there can do. Same thing over here, you know. He has to run all his villagers from that right side down to this area where he has a handful of military with the Max, just so that way he can hope to defend against that push from Slam and Doubt. You can see the Max finally got Cavalier, and Rubenstock finally got Arbalest, but it might be a little too late. You know, Rubenstock has to reroute a lot of his economy. A lot of his economy is not doing anything. Like I said, man, he should have gotten more town centers out earlier. You know, just looking at the villager numbers, he's down to 67 villagers. Not that much, especially when you're looking at the Max, who's 120. The Viper's up to 100. Doubt's over 100. Slam and Valise are still floating around 100. He's down there at 68. That's just not enough production to really support kind of what needs to happen. Valise, on the other hand, he has an interesting problem where basically his entire population is all villagers. So he has 103 units, like 97 of them are villagers. So he has no military out there right now, and he's not really pulling anything for his team. Whereas Rubenstock at least has some kind of army that can fight, but unfortunately they're getting cleaned up by the combined efforts of the Viper and Doubt over here. Oh, and Viper drops a castle right there, right in Rubenstock's base. That's just they want it to be over kind of thing. They're dropping a castle right there, just so he can produce a lot more Chukanu just straight out of that castle. Rubenstock all of a sudden loses all access to that gold pile. Those gold piles right there are gone. They're not his anymore. Man. Slam has a huge army over here. It's going to take a long while before Valise can actually rebound from that. And then the 2v2 over here is just, it's swung the way of the Viper and Doubt. Viper and Doubt. Rubenstock just did not expand his economy at all. He did not. You know, he's down to 53 villagers right now and 17 military. It's going to be not too long before he's just, you know, he doesn't have a lot, kind of thing like that. Looking at his resources, he doesn't even have enough stone to build another town center. So if he loses that one, he loses this one because he's getting pressured off of it by, you know, Viper's Arbalest and Doubt's Paladins, then it's going to be rough. At least Max got Paladins in. They're playing this game out because it is, you know, the final game. Unfortunately, I think it's quite over for Team Suomi here. You know, Slam's finally, you know, doing some final pushes against, you know, what looks like 12 Mangadai and a Maganel to try and defend for Valise. And Max still has a lot of Paladins here, but it's just Rubenstock does not have anything else to add. And pretty quickly here, those siege units, these trebuchets are going to come and clean up that town center, and Rubenstock's, the game's all but over, I think. This is going to be a last-ditch attempt for the Max, but with Doubt's Paladins there to frontline, these archers in the back from Viper are just going to shoot over and just clean up all of are just going to clean up all of it's a lot of fishers down there. They're just going to clean up all of the Max's Paladins, and I think that's going to be it. They're going to call it pretty soon. I'm sorry, this is just a lot of fishers, a lot of fishermen this late in the game. So yeah, I think it's all but over. Looking at the population once again, Ruben sucks down to 50 villagers. Yeah, and they call it right there. Wow. All of a sudden, it was a close game. Tension was high. You know, Veliz and Slam had that 1v1 on the left side there. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the map. Yeah, earlier on, Veliz and Slam had that 1v1 over here when Veliz tried to get this castle up, and you know, try and really pressure it. I looked over here to talk about the tension between the 2v2, and then all of a sudden looked back over here and Veliz's army was gone. So I think Slam just took a really good engagement while Veliz is trying to build that castle up, and he lost. Probably some of those mangonels that we saw, so those catapults like that one right there, were probably got in the mix, and they just wiped out a lot of Veliz's army. Slams did at least. That's what I'm thinking what happened. Yeah, and then Rubenstock just never expanded his economy. He stuck to 1 TC until it was gone, essentially, and then he had this one right here. And that's part of the game is like as much as you can have fun and you need to focus on winning wars and you know focus on that 2v2 that was happening over here. At the same time, you need to be expanding your economy, making more villagers so you can make more military units in the long run and all that kind of stuff. And eventually it was just too little too late to get that second TC up when yours was falling. You know, Doubt's Knights were flooding into your economy. You had to do weird walls like this one where you wall in a couple villagers just so they can keep collecting wood. Overall, I think it was a good game. It was a good series to watch. I'm glad I was able to cast the last couple games of it. And that's unfortunate, especially because Suomi, you know, it was a reverse sweep from Team Secret essentially. Yeah, but going on, guys, just to look at the stats here. Looking at the KD ratio, Viper basically with a 2.0. Same with Doubt. I mean, they just won that 2v2 flat out. Max tried his best, but without the help of, without the help of Rubenstock, it was just, yeah, it was all but over. Looking at the economy, once again, Team Secret, I mean, they were just kind of on top of a lot of it. You know, kept everything well balanced. Veliz was once again, it's the society, no, it's the technology. Veliz just super late, you know, 2 minutes behind to go up to feudal age. Rubenstock even later than that, but then going up to castle age, he was the last one. Going up to the imperial age, Veliz was the last one. So I guess a little bit on everyone's from Team Suovi's shoulders, but overall I think they all played. It was a well played game. I had a fun time watching it and casting it. And once again, guys, if you guys enjoy the content, feel free to leave likes, subscribes, comments, all that kind of stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.